Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today, we're journeying into the world's most extreme environments to uncover the superpowers of desert plants. These aren't just survivors. They are masters of innovation, holding secrets that could reshape our future. Let's dive right in. Photosynthesis, the process that powers most life on Earth, is a double-edged sword in the desert. The main enzyme, rubisco, is supposed to grab carbon dioxide, or CO2, from the air. But when it gets hot, rubisco gets sloppy. It starts grabbing oxygen instead, triggering a wasteful process called photorespiration that burns energy and loses carbon. To make things worse, to save water, desert plants close the tiny pores on their leaves, called stomata. This traps the oxygen inside, making it even more likely that rubisco will make a mistake. Add in the intense sunlight that can literally damage the photosynthetic machinery, and you have a trifecta of threats: water loss, photorespiration, and photo damage. How do they solve this? Through incredible adaptations in their anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. First, let's look at their architecture. The first line of defense is their physical form. Many desert plants, like cacti, ditched leaves altogether and opted for spines. These are actually modified leaves that drastically reduce the surface area for water evaporation, provide some shade, and deter thirsty animals. Other plants, like the creosote bush, have small, thick leaves coated in a resin that seals in moisture. The surface of these plants is often covered in a thick, waxy cuticle, which is like a waterproof coating. Some, like the desert senna, are covered in fine white hairs. These hairs do two things. They trap a layer of humid air close to the leaf, reducing the drying effect of wind, and they reflect excess sunlight, acting as a natural sunscreen. But the real magic is happening underground and inside the stem. Some plants, like the mesquite tree, have super deep taproots that can dig down dozens of meters to find the water table. Succulents, on the other hand, like the iconic Saguaro cactus, use a different strategy. They have shallow, widespread root systems that act like a net, ready to absorb huge amounts of water from even the briefest rain shower. In many cacti, the green, fleshy stems have taken over the job of photosynthesis. The saguaro stem is a masterclass in engineering. It has an accordion-like ribbed structure that allows it to expand as it stores water. A fully hydrated saguaro can hold so much water that it weighs as much as a small car. This internal reservoir sustains it through long droughts. While their physical form is impressive, the internal chemistry is where desert plants truly become superheroes. Most plants use a process called C3 photosynthesis. It's the standard, but it's inefficient in the heat because of that photorespiration problem we mentioned. Desert plants evolved two superior alternatives: C4 and CAM photosynthesis. C4 photosynthesis is a clever spatial solution. Found in many desert grasses, it's like adding a specialized pre-processing room to the factory. In the outer leaf cells, an enzyme called PEP carboxylase, which is a CO2 superfan and ignores oxygen, grabs the CO2 first. It converts it into a 4-carbon molecule, which is where the name C4 comes from. This molecule is then shuttled to special bundle sheath cells deeper in the leaf. There, it releases the CO2, creating a highly concentrated CO2 bubble right around the rubisco enzyme. This flood of CO2 effectively drowns out the oxygen, virtually eliminating wasteful photorespiration and allowing photosynthesis to power on efficiently, even when the plant's pores are mostly closed. Then there's the CAM strategy, which stands for crassulation acid metabolism. This is a temporal solution, common in succulents like cacti and agaves. Instead of separating tasks in space, CAM plants separate them in time. During the blazing hot day, they keep their stomata sealed tight to prevent water loss. Then, under the cover of darkness, when it's cool and more humid, they open their pores and stock up on CO2. They don't use it right away. Instead, they convert the CO2 into an organic acid, like malic acid, and store it in their cells' large vacuoles. When the sun rises, the stomata close again. The plant then breaks down the stored acid, releasing the captured CO2 internally. This feeds the photosynthetic process, which is now powered by the captured sunlight. It's like working the night shift to collect supplies, then using them to run the factory during the day. This timing trick allows them to photosynthesize with minimal water loss. Going even deeper, into the molecular level, we find an army of unsung heroes. When heat stress hits, desert plants produce a flood of proteins called heat shock proteins, or HSPs. These act as molecular chaperones, protecting other essential proteins and enzymes from breaking down or losing their shape in the heat. They hold the cellular machinery together. The intense energy of desert sun also creates damaging molecules called reactive oxygen species, or ROS. These are like cellular rust, damaging proteins, DNA, and membranes. To fight this, desert plants have a sophisticated antioxidant defense system, producing a cocktail of enzymes and molecules like vitamin C and E to neutralize these threats before they can cause harm. Let's look at some case studies. The Saguaro cactus is the poster child for desert survival. It's a master of CAM photosynthesis, a massive water reservoir, and its spines provide critical shade. They can live for over 150 years, a testament to their perfect adaptation. The Creosote bush is another champion. It can survive for up to 2 years without water. It's a C3 plant, but it's clever about it. It does its photosynthesis in the cool of the early morning, opening its stomata only when temperatures are low and humidity is higher. As the day heats up, it shuts down the operation to conserve water. Perhaps the most bizarre is Welwitschia mirabilis, a living fossil from the Namib Desert. Some are over 500 years old. It has only 2 leaves that grow continuously its entire life. It gets most of its water by absorbing coastal fog directly through thousands of stomata on these massive frayed leaves. And of course, it uses CAM photosynthesis. But the true heat-loving champion is a plant from Death Valley called Titus-Stromia oblangifolia. This plant doesn't just tolerate heat, it thrives in it. Its optimal temperature for photosynthesis is a blistering 45 degrees Celsius, or 113 Fahrenheit. A temperature that would shut down most other plants. Its cellular machinery is uniquely adapted to perform at its peak in extreme heat. So why does all this matter? Because the superpowers of these plants could be the key to our future. The biggest application is in engineering climate-resilient crops. As the planet gets hotter and drier, our traditional food crops like wheat, rice, and maize are struggling. Scientists are using tools like CRISPR gene editing to transfer the traits of desert plants into these crops. Imagine wheat that uses CAM photosynthesis to save water, or rice that produces heat shock proteins to survive heat waves. This could revolutionize food security. The ingenuity of these plants is also inspiring new technology, a field called biomimicry. The way some cacti and beetles harvest water from fog has inspired new designs for mesh systems that can provide fresh water in arid regions. The self-cleaning waxy surfaces of desert leaves have inspired everything from self-cleaning windows to more efficient solar panels. This research is also pushing a new agricultural paradigm. Instead of forcing water-hungry crops to grow in dry lands, why not cultivate crops that are already adapted? This could mean wider cultivation of drought-resistant grains like sorghum and millet, or even domesticating wild desert plants like the prickly pear cactus or certain species of agave. Of course, the idea of genetically modifying our food raises important ethical questions about environmental impact and corporate control. These are crucial conversations we need to have. But the potential is undeniable. In a world facing climate change and a growing population, learning to grow more food with less water isn't just an advantage. It could be a necessity. From their physical architecture to their molecular machinery, desert plants are a library of survival strategies refined over millions of years. They are a testament to the power of evolution and a source of hope and inspiration for building a more sustainable and resilient human future. The silent, green sentinels of the desert have a lot to teach us, and we are just beginning to listen. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online.